Living below your means without breaking the bank is a challenge many people face. It can be difficult to make ends meet, let alone build a rich life when you don't have much money to come in. However, there are some simple secrets that make living below your means possible. Keep watching to find out. Number 1. Follow a thrifty lifestyle. Being thrifty means using your money and resources carefully or not wasting them unnecessarily. It's necessary to understand this when you're looking to live below your means because being thrifty allows you to keep your current lifestyle but pay significantly less for it. For example, you can buy used clothes and furniture when you need them. You can also buy generic items from any store instead of buying the leading brand. This is especially helpful for items like medicine and food. Don't be afraid to use hand-me-downs or borrowed items either. For instance, if you have some friends that are looking to get rid of some clothes, don't hesitate to see if you can snag a piece or two. Lastly, there are always free resources around that can benefit you in all sorts of ways. For instance, if you see items on the side of the road that has a free sign on them, there's no harm in taking a look. Number 2, use public transportation. This is a finicky one that not everyone can take advantage of. However, it can be a game changer when you're looking to live below your means. Hands down, the biggest benefit of using public transport is that it's significantly cheaper than owning a car, since you don't have to pay for gas, maintenance, insurance, and any other potential payments that come with a car. But saving money isn't the only benefit of using public transportation. You can also reduce your stress by letting someone else drive. You don't have to worry about finding free parking spaces or mastering your parallel parking. And you also don't have to sit in traffic jams since buses usually have their own prioritized lanes, and it reduces your carbon footprint. Bonus tip: for those in small towns that don't have access to any public transportation, try to take advantage of seasonal warm weather to walk, run, or bike to work. Even just reducing your car usage by 2 days a week can already help you save a lot of money. Number 3, make use of coupons and discounts. It never hurts mentioning this, despite how obvious it is. And funnily enough, even though it's obvious, it's also something that goes under the radar for many people. Fortunately, there are many ways to use coupons and discounts. Firstly, there are 3 different types of coupons, but the ones you can find the most savings on are physical copies. In the best situation, you want to pair up a discount with a coupon. Secondly, you want to use discounts when you can. However, make sure that you're only buying items that you actually use regularly. Otherwise, it defeats the purpose. Remember, you're trying to live below your means. Thirdly, use rewards points from the stores you shop at regularly. It's usually free to sign up as a member, and you'll either get a card where you gain points from shopping, which can be used to pay for your grocery bills, or you'll get a cashback bonus. Lastly, cashback apps and credit cards are your friends. While it's best to avoid credit card use, if you're vigilant and can pay it back regularly, it can help you gain a small percentage of what you paid for groceries or gas. Naturally, cashback apps are a great way to start because it's a little commitment and you're not going to be penalized for not making a payment on time. Some popular cashback and rewards apps are Rakuten and Ibotta. Take on a side hustle. It's good to focus on ways to lower your expenses, but it's just as good to focus on increasing your income. If you can take advantage of both a rising income and lowering expenses, it'll just make building a rich life that much quicker. There are many different side hustles that you can have, depending on the person you are. You can get a part-time job at a store, or you can utilize one of the many apps that hire delivery drivers of all sorts, like Uber, Lyft, or Instacart. You can also create a YouTube channel or a blog and sell your branding, along with affiliate marketing, which is just being paid to advertise. Or you can start a small business selling something that you are deeply passionate about. Bonus tip: it's important to remember that side hustles take up a significant amount of time, and it's something you need to dedicate yourself to. On top of that, you may initially need to spend a little bit of money and sometimes money to maintain. For instance, you have to include gas payments if you're going to be a delivery driver. Number 5, have a physical and online yard sale. Yard sales sometimes feel like a thing of the past now that eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and Craigslist exist. However, in my area, they actually have one day of the year where a whole huge section of the city has a massive yard sale that attracts tons of people. While this may not be the case for you, doing a physical yard sale is still something people will venture to, and it can make you a little bit of extra cash. If you want to be more modern, then don't be afraid to sell a bunch of your items through online marketplaces. Chances are, someone is willing to purchase what you're selling, and having a bit of extra cash can continuously help you live below your means. Number 6, cut down your expenses. There's no way around it. If you want to live below your means, you need to cut down on your expenses as much as possible. This is especially the case if you're someone who's never looked at your expenses before. Even then, it's easier said than done. There are 7 major areas that the average person spends their income on, and learning to cut down each one of these is key to helping you live below your means. For instance, cutting down the biggest expenses, mortgage or rent, can drastically reduce how much you spend every month. Some ways to do this are to downsize your home, get a roommate, or rent out part of your home as an Airbnb. This is a major topic that can easily be covered in several videos, so be sure to subscribe to Investors Weekly to always have the best tips to cut down on your expenses. Number 7, cook food at home. Eating out is one of those experiences that one cut can make living below your means so much easier, but it's so hard to cut off that expense. We're biologically driven to eat food, and to have such tasty foods at our fingertips makes it hard to take the leap to cook at home. Fortunately, it doesn't have to be that hard, now that there are so many good resources on the internet. As a little motivation, you can save 4 times the amount you spend on restaurants if you strictly cook at home. If you're someone who says they're too busy to make food, that's not a good excuse anymore. With the recent inventions of crock pots and pressure cookers, it's almost too easy to make fantastic meals at home. For example, just recently my partner and I cooked some frozen chicken breasts in our pressure cooker, and within 2 hours, we had one of the most amazing meals. Yes, you heard that right. You can cook meat entirely from frozen and have it ready to be eaten within 2 hours. So hop on the cooking at home train and start living below your means. Number 8, take advantage of free activities. It's actually incredibly easy to find out really cool free activities around you, and with a bit of creativity, it can be even more fun. To find these activities, just grab your phone or computer and do a quick Google search of free activities near me. Almost instantly, you'll find some websites that'll tell you of really cool locations around you. Another great alternative is to use your city's website to see if there are any cool events coming up. To make all of these events even better, try to invite friends and family and add some dynamics. For example, you may have noticed an amazing conservation area you want to visit. You can make it extra special by turning it into a photography day and taking some stellar photos of wildlife. You may find you enjoy this more than outings where you have to pay to make living below your means a blast. When you watch this last tip, let us know in the comments below if we've missed any secrets to building riches by living below your means. Number 9, stay motivated. This is arguably the hardest part of living below your means. Since living below your means is not something that you do once and forget, it can be hard to maintain it when you feel like it's taking you nowhere. This is a key time to remind yourself about your goals and why you're trying to live below your means in the first place. In fact, the best thing you can do to stay motivated is to remind yourself every single day, even multiple times a day, why you want to live below your means.